When you work in tech at Cox, you get to do meaningful work every day. You get to be the biker who codes as fast as he rides, crafting advanced tech solutions that transform car buying. Or a guitarist who develops harmonious apps and websites, connecting people to people and businesses, all in real time. A savvy soccer mom running solution sets as passionately as she runs gameplays. Be the super secret keeper, designing cybersecurity systems to protect private data and websites. A planet protector, expanding EV battery life and inventing more ways to build a better future for all. When you work in tech at Cox, you get to do career-defining work that solves the greatest problems of our time. Join us and connect to work that improves lives, including yours. Learn more about our family of businesses at cox.career/tech.
New year, new pleasure. Start 2025 with Starship's Customer Appreciation Days every day in January. Visit Starship locations on Old National Road in Atlanta, Terra Boulevard in Jonesboro, and Highway 34 in Noonan. And indulge in an extra 20% off when you whisper the secret keyword pleasure at checkout. Awaken your passions and spice up the new year with 20% off in-store every day in January. Just say the secret word pleasure. Make 2025 the year of endless pleasure with Starship, your trusted partner in sexual health and wellness.
In Cheyenne, Wyoming Territory, I learned a little about trail herders and a lot more about the education of Kid Yancey.
Frontier Gentlemen. Herewith an Englishman's account of life and death in the West. As a reporter for the London Times, he writes his colorful and unusual stories. But as a man with a gun, he lives and becomes a part of the violent years in the new territories. Now, starring John Dehner, this is the story of J.B. Kendle, Frontier Gentlemen.
My friend Carrie Chase of the Cheyenne Daily Press had mentioned to me that a herd of Texas cattle was expected in town, and with it its dozen or so trail drivers. They had followed the Texas Trail from San Antonio, across those great plains into Oklahoma Territory, Kansas, Nebraska, fording rivers like the Brazos, the Trinity, Red River, the Washita, Cimarron, Arkansas, Smoky Hill, the South Platte. 2,000 animals traveling 1,000 miles, and 12 men to bring them safely in. The day of their arrival, I was being shaved in a barber shop, one of the several which served the local and transient population of Cheyenne. Suddenly, the mugs and bottles on the barber's shelf began to tremble. The air was shattered with the sound of voices bellowing, shrieking, howling. The hand of Mr. Winters, my barber, began to shake. What is it?
Texans.
What?
Texians.
Oh.
Well, they ain't started shooting up the place yet. Maybe this time they'll let us alone. No, I guess not.
Ow.
Mister, I'm sorry. I surely am, but I tell you, when those fellas come to town for a blowout, a shooting and a hollering, it boogers the wax right out of me.
Do they cause much trouble?
Trouble? You see them holes in the ceiling?
Hmm?
A couple of months back, 3 of them come in here for to get cleaned up. Before they was gone, they